What's up, guys? Hope you're having a good day. Back at it again. So, in this video, I'm going to break down how I lost like $384 off of just one trade. So, first, let's just start off with the day. So, we had an open range high sitting at 17,684. We had an open range low sitting at 17,653. Now, direction all the way up till 10 a.m. was very unclear. As you can see, we just traded sideways all the way up till the Jolt openings report came out. That's like job openings, it's like how many new jobs there were, and that kind of stuff. And evidently, it came in worse than expected, pushed the market down. And even then, guys, like I did not feel. I almost got off the computer until we touched our demand zone, and I actually got faked out in that, and that's how I took my red. But yeah, even after the Jolt report came out, we hung out at this open range support for a good 30 minutes, for a good 30 40 minutes, and even traded sideways below it. We really didn't do nothing. Now, when we did finally start to actually make lower lows and lower highs and have a continuation on the downside at around, I would say, 12 o'clock, 12:15, we had that nice consolidation. Now, this is what I was looking for. Because I'm still new to supply and demand, I was waiting for basically a consolidation at the bottom, or for it to just pull back. It bounced off the bottom at 581, and start to make a recovery. And so I was like, you know what? We did get break that strong break below that demand zone. Sorry, I'm trying not to get my words mixed up. But once we got that break below the demand zone, we did hold this range for a while. I drew this line right here because I was like, you know what? I was like, this is actually where I actually got out of the trade. So we bounced off right here, and we started to make a little bit of recover, and we consolidated for around 15 minutes right here. And so I truly believed at that point, I was like, hey, you know what? We weren't making lower lows. I mean, our last lower low was 1233, and I probably placed that trade around 1250, 1255. So, I had you know, almost 20, 25 minutes of just straight trading sideways. We were not making lower lows. So I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm going to go long. And if we get a break below, I'll get out. Well, we got this break below, and I ain't going to lie to you guys. I sort of, because we were still holding at this 572 area right here, I had a really hard time forcing myself to get out. It wasn't like I was bag holding or anything like that. Um, I just I did not see any more selling pressure occurring. I really didn't. But as you can see, we did make new lows right here at around 555. This is around the range that I got out, and I lost $384. And Nasdaq ended up pulling really hard back today. I'm gonna actually pull up on the 1 hour real quick and show you guys something. So ignore these lines right here. These are just like old open range support and resistance. But this was like an old supply zone. We actually touched it during pre-market today and had a strong sell-off. That would actually been a good trade. Is if I could have got in at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. and went short, that would have been a great trade. But we broke below that demand level, and we even broke below our old demand level. So now we're hanging out below the old demand level. So I'm curious to see how tomorrow's going to go. And this is one thing I want to show you guys real quick that you'll probably be able to see a little bit better on the 30-minute. We had a lot of consolidation today. We consolidated a lot in the open range support. Then once we broke below, we consolidated a lot right here above the moving average. Once we broke below the moving average, consolidated a lot today, and then at 4 p.m. after market hours, just continued to sell off. So we had a lot of consolidation today. So honestly, I should have just, at around 11:30, I was like, hey, you know what? Direction's unclear. We're not heading these higher highs, higher lows, or lower lows, lower highs. There was no continuation on either side. And so I was about to get off the computer, but I decided to stay on. And I think this is like one of the things where I think staying on the computer for a very long time is not like you're not going to get the most results the more time you spend on the computer. I should have honestly, after the first 2 hours, I should have just bounced. I should have been like, hey, there's nothing for me today. Not because I worked today, I actually didn't. I had the day off, but and that's part of the reasons why I did stay on the computer for so long was because I didn't have much to do until practice later. So I just say, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna stay on this computer, see if we touch this demand zone, and then get into a trade. And we actually did touch it, and I got into a trade, and then I ended up taking an L. So not really happy about it, but honestly, I'm glad that I'm still up a little over $230 this week so far. So still working towards that 3K goal, but yeah, I just really want to show you guys this, to show you my loss. Um, Definitely going to keep studying, learning more about supply and demand. You know, one or two videos isn't just enough. You know, I need to constantly keep studying this and understanding it. But I also need to recognize that, you know, I probably did miss some chances. You know, I was actually looking at it a little while back, earlier today. I saw a trade that I actually could have taken that would have been a good setup for me. And I was just so focused on this goddamn demand zone that I didn't even think twice about it. And I'm going to show you guys right here. It was actually the last time we touched this moving average. Sorry for this. But yeah, right here. Even though we had a strong pullback, um, right here, I saw a lot of like sellers stepping in, just rejecting it. The moment we touched this moving average and we got rejected and broke below that EMA, that actually would have been a really good short position because then it did start to sell off a little bit, making some lower lows, lower highs, you know. But I was just so concerned with the demand zone. So I definitely need to do some more learning about it, you know, try to figure out where I went wrong. I made sure to journal my trades. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you did, smash that subscribe button. I'll see you guys tomorrow.